What is going on, my loves? Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me on video number 2 of this 3-part mindfulness series. On this video, we're going to be talking about how we can become more mindful and how I have been able to implement specific practices to become more mindful throughout the day and just in my daily life in general. If you did miss the last video on what mindfulness is to me and what it means to me, I will go ahead and put the link down below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So how can we become more mindful throughout the day, and what kind of practices can we implement into our daily life to become more mindful? For me, one of the biggest things that has really helped me a lot is meditation, for sure, because it just allows me to be present in that moment. It's not an easy thing to do, and don't worry, you're not the only person who sits there and has a million thoughts going through their head. Like, that is completely normal, and it's just a habit. It really is just a habit. But the good thing about it is that just like thinking all the time becomes a habit, you can also get out of the habit. It just takes time, and as long as you have patience, I can promise you that you're going to be able to maybe not conquer your thoughts, but you're going to be able to quiet down your mind a little bit more. That way you're able to live your life more mindfully. So like I said, meditation has definitely been a really big thing for me. I don't have a specific meditation routine. For me, meditation really means just anything that allows you to be present. So whether that's reading or writing, maybe painting, maybe cooking, just anything that allows you to be fully engaged with whatever you're doing is a meditation. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sit down on like a mat or you have to sit down somewhere and just be there. So I do believe that meditation where you're just sitting there doing nothing at all except for breathing and just being is super beneficial, because it does teach you how to control your thoughts, and not just control them, but it teaches you to observe your thoughts. So you're not fully engaging with that thought or whatever is going through your head, you're just letting it be, which is super beneficial, because that allows you to kind of implement that in your day-to-day life, where you might be reacting to something, but instead of reacting to that thing, you're able to kind of observe what's happening within you. So if you feel like you're getting irritated and you might become really angry at something that's happening, that allows you to kind of take a step back and reflect on what's happening in that very moment, and maybe asking yourself, you know, like, is it worth getting angry over? Like, maybe I can just breathe and let it go. So that's something that meditation definitely helps you a lot with, because you're able to become very reflective of your thoughts and observing of your thoughts and actions. But I do understand that meditation can be something really hard to do when you're just starting out. So something you can try out is guided meditation, which there's so many out there. There's plenty of YouTube videos, there's apps that you can use. There's Headspace, I think it's called. There's also, I use Insight Timer from time to time. There's podcasts as well that have a lot of guided meditation. What I would really recommend though is finding one that actually like resonates with you, and finding one that you're actually able to fully engage with, because that's going to allow you to actually become mindful with that guided meditation. Because there's just a lot out there, and there's some people whose voice might annoy you, or maybe you just can't stand the music that they're using. So you really have to find one that's just going to be able to click with you and allow you to be fully engaged in that moment. Another thing that's really beneficial when it comes to becoming more mindful is paying attention to your breath. So how many times throughout the day are you actually taking like deep cleansing breaths? Like, a lot of the times we go through the day and we're not even like paying attention to our breathing. We're just gonna like, you know, like just going through the motion of the breath. But when you actually take a moment to like stop and like fully breathe, it just really allows you to stop everything you're doing that very moment and allows you to fully engage with that present moment. So I would definitely recommend paying more attention to your breath throughout the day, whether you set an alarm for it or you set like sticky notes on your computer to breathe every like hour on the dot, or just anything that's going to allow you to take that deep breath and fully engage with that present moment, and just kind of stop everything that you're doing and just remember that everything is okay. And that brings us to implementing daily practices throughout the day that require your full attention and require you to be fully mindful. So things like what I said, making an alarm, or making little post-it notes where you can remind yourself to breathe, meditation, maybe, like I said before, painting, or just anything that really allows you to become fully engaged with whatever task you're doing in that very moment. And another thing you can do as well is just practice it throughout the day. So maybe at work, when you're doing something that doesn't require much thinking and that's become kind of like second nature to you and just a habit, you can maybe put more thought into it and just really watch yourself as you're doing everything that you're doing. For example, at home, when you're washing dishes, instead of just like washing the dish, actually wash the dish. Like feel the water, feel the dish, and just be fully engaged with whatever you're doing. I know it sounds super crazy, but the more that you practice it, the more that you actually start to become more mindful throughout the day, because just like it's become second nature to you, just go through the motions of everything, it can also become second nature to you to actually pay attention to every single thing that you're doing throughout the day. Alright, my beautiful people, and that is going to be about it for this second video. If you feel like there's anything that I forgot or anything that you're implementing into your daily routine, please make sure to mention it down below, because I want to know what you're doing out there, or maybe something that I can apply to my daily routine to become even more mindful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the second video. If you feel like there's anyone out there that can benefit from it, feel free to share it, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you guys.